What's up, college gooners? Today we're talking about cards that once dominated the arena, cards that terrorized ladder, cards that made players rage quit, punch their pillow, uninstall, reinstall, and uninstall again. But now these cards are finished, washed, cooked, playing in the Turkish League of Clash Royale. Let's begin. The first fell-off card is the Cannon Cart. There was a time, a glorious era, when Cannon Cart was the most flexible, most annoying, most oppressive card in the entire game. It wasn't just a card, it was a revolution. A cannon that moved, a cannon that became a building after dying, a cannon that shredded Mega Knights, Giants, Golems, and your will to live. Peak Clash Royale innovation. This card dominated ladder, competitive play, and your nightmares. But as all legends do, Cannon Cart got comfortable. The meta moved on, the game got faster. Phoenix arrived and laughed in its face. Evolutions dropped and said, "Bro, your time is up." Today, Cannon Cart is useless. He dies to everything. Fireball, Phoenix, Miner, Knight, even a misplaced log can break his spirit. Cannon Cart didn't fall off, he evaporated. He's not playing in the Turkish League, he's playing in the Singapore 2nd Division. Next one in the Zappies. Zappies were the kings of control. These tiny weirdos shut down everything. Giant, stunned. Hog Rider, interrupted. MK, couldn't jump. Sparky became a toaster. Zappies were elite, but Supercell hates happiness. They nerfed them, made them slower, made them weaker, made them about as threatening as 3 wet noodles with electricity. Today, Zappies are charity troops. They exist to give your opponent positive elixir trades. They die to every spell. Fireball, poison, arrows, sneezing. Nobody plays them anymore. Zappies aren't a card. Zappies are attacks. Alright, moving on to number 3, we've got Rascals. Rascals used to be one of the best value defensive cards in the entire game. For just 5 elixir, you got a tanky Rascal boy up front and 2 Rascal girls in the back shredding anything that came their way. They were basically a mini defensive army with built-in support. But over time, they completely fell off. The main reason is the spell meta. Cards like Log, Arrows, and even Snowball became super common and the Rascal girls just get wiped instantly. Once the girls die, the Rascal boy becomes pretty much useless. He just walks forward like he's lost and does nothing. On top of that, the game has gotten faster and more cycle-based. Players don't want a 5 elixir defensive card that can be deleted with 1 cheap spell. They're still good in a few specific decks, mostly bait style or bridge spam control. But compared to what they used to be, yeah, Rascals definitely fell off. Next up is the Minion Horde, the card that used to give every Clash Royale player childhood trauma. There was a time when Minion Horde was actually terrifying. You'd drop a push, feeling confident, then suddenly, whoosh, 6 blue gremlins appear and delete your entire push in half a second. But now, Minion Horde has fallen off so badly it might as well be an Arena 1 asking for directions. The problem is simple. Literally every card in the game counters them. Arrows, Fireball, Princess, even Baby Dragon deletes them instantly. And the worst part? They cost 5 elixir. 5. For a card that dies to literally anything that sparkles. With how expensive they are, most people would rather just use the regular minions instead. They're cheaper, safer, and honestly do almost the same job without risking your entire tower's budget. And if you ever try to use them offensively, forget it. They never make it to the tower anymore. They get sniped, splashed, zapped, burned, frozen, or they fly straight into a tornado like it's a theme park ride. It doesn't help that the meta is now full of cards like Firecracker, Archers, and Phoenix, all natural predators of the Minion Horde species. Is Minion Horde still fun? Absolutely. Is it still good? Only if your opponent is playing Clash Royale with their eyes closed. Minion Horde didn't just fall off, it fell off, rolled down a hill, and landed in a spell factory.
Hey, so I maxed out my Minion Horde, it's my favorite card, but there's so many counters to Minion Horde, man. I mean, anything scary, scary counters, my Minion Horde, Barry, and everybody's putting arrows in, look at it! Okay.
Alright, moving on to number 5. Giant Skeleton, aka the walking do not approach sign. Back in the day, Giant Skeleton was terrifying. If this dude waddled onto the bridge, everyone panicked. People were throwing their entire elixir bar, their spells, their hopes and dreams, anything to stop him from reaching the tower. Because if that bomb hit, GG, pack it up. Your tower was gone and so was your will to play the game. But now, Giant Skeleton fell off harder than his pants if that belt ever snapped. The big issue is power creep. Too many cards outdamage him, outpace him, or straight up ignore him. Win conditions got faster, support troops got stronger, and Giant Skeleton stayed thick and slow. His whole identity revolves around that massive death bomb, but the problem is, nobody lets him reach anything important anymore. He walks forward like, I'm gonna blow something up, and the enemy is like, no you're not, and pulls him to the other lane with a fisherman or distracts him with a single skeleton. Plus, his DPS is basically 0. If you've ever watched Giant Skeleton try to 1v1 a knight, you know it looks like two dudes slapping each other with wet noodles. It's sad, and while his bomb used to be horrifying, now half the meta survives it. Phoenix comes back to life. Monk reflects half the damage anyway. Mighty Miner digs away like nothing happened. Giant Skeleton isn't unplayable. He's still great on defense in some cycle decks, but compared to the days when he dominated whole metas, yeah, the big guy definitely fell off. His bomb is still dangerous, but the rest of him, let's just say he's carrying that backpack bomb for a reason. It's doing all the work.
Best believe your day's coming, right? Because I think it's 5 times in a row yesterday, and guess what? I lost the majority of them. You know what I mean? How broken the card is. What these players do. They place the on defense, tomorrow, blows up 27-30, no matter how many elixir your pushes, evaporate. Okay,
Then finally, we got the Clone, the card that perfectly represents high risk, zero reward. Clone used to be the ultimate surprise tactic. You'd drop a Giant Skeleton, Night Witch, Lava Hound, and boom, everything suddenly doubled like you accidentally hit Control-C, Control-V on your entire push. It was goofy, it was chaotic, and honestly, it worked. But now, Clone has fallen off harder than your trophies after trying a TikTok deck. The biggest problem is that every defense in the game instantly deletes Clone troops. Clone troops have the durability of wet tissue paper. A fireball? Gone. A baby dragon sneeze? Gone. A random zap from the other side of the map that wasn't even meant for you? Yup, still gone. And with how fast spells cycle now, every Clone push ends the same way. You play Clone, your opponent blinks, and your entire push evaporates like it never existed. Another issue, the game meta is filled with cards that counter Clone without even trying. Phoenix revives, Ice Wizard slows everything to retirement speed, Bomb Tower makes your push explode before it even gets near the bridge. Even Electro Wizard shows up like, nice try buddy. And let's be honest, Clone is also the most all-in, no backup plan card in Clash Royale. When it works, you look like a genius. When it fails, you look like a 2-win Arena 4 player trying their best. People stopped using Clone not because it's bad. Well, actually no. It is bad, but mostly because the payoff isn't worth the risk anymore. You could spend 3 elixir cloning your whole push, or you could just not lose the game instantly. Clone didn't just fall off and it slipped, tripped, and took your entire tower with it. And that's gonna wrap it up for today's list of Clash Royale cards that completely fell off. Some of these cards used to run the game, and now they're basically just decoration in your card collection. But hey, maybe one day Supercell will bless them with a buff, and they'll rise from the dead like Phoenix with Wi-Fi. Let me know in the comments which card you think fell off the hardest, or if I missed any that deserve a spot on the list. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for watching, good luck on the ladder, and I'll see you in the next one.